Hi guys, I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Wuthering Heights. So you may or may not know, but if you've seen my most anticipated video, you know that Wuthering Heights was my #1 most anticipated film of the year, and I just got out of it. Actually, I got out of a really epic but weird double feature. I watched Wuthering Heights and then the Stray Kids Dominate concert film. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Wuthering Heights. And let's just get to it because I really want to talk about it. I also have to apologize for the lack of light. It's day outside, but it's really rainy and yeah, it's getting darker, so I'm sorry. I'll do my best to maybe edit this. But yeah, if there's any changes in the light, that's why. So also because of that, I'm gonna try and keep this as straight to the point as I can. And I feel like I have to start by saying that I did not read the book. I went into this film without any prior knowledge about the source material. I haven't seen any of the films. I haven't read the book. I didn't know anything. I knew the cast, the director, who made the soundtrack, and all of that was enough to get me excited. I also knew this was like a romance, so that's what I knew. And how I would say, I guess this is about two lovers that they can't really seem to like get together. That's how I'm gonna describe it. As I said, I knew the cast and that was a major selling point for me. So this stars Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. Other actors also. It also stars Wong Chow, that you might remember from a few films, but I mainly remember her from The Whale and The Menu. And yeah, that's like those are the big names, I would say. And so now let's get to my thoughts. So as I said, first of all, this is like a out of the theater thoughts. I didn't really think too much about it, so I'm just gonna say how I feel. And second of all, as I said, I didn't read the book. I didn't know anything about the story, so I went into this with a really open mind. Like I just wanted to be surprised, but also because I was really excited about it. It's one of those cases where like I'm so excited that I have to pause and think about the film. But I would say I really liked it. Not because of the story though. Like the story was a bit of a letdown. I mean, it's not a bad story, but it's pretty, I would say straightforward. I feel like Emerald Fennell's other films are way more layered, and maybe I just have to read a bit about this film. But I feel like this one is way more like straightforward, and it's just like a weird romance. While her other films have more of a commentary, I don't feel like this one has as much, and that was a bit of a letdown. But all the other things that draw me to this film were flawless. Like the film is so beautiful, so many amazing shots, like the contrast of the colors. There's so many like reds in this, and I don't know, the lighting. I really paid attention to the lighting in this film. There are some like sunset moments that are so beautiful, and like night shots with candlelight, and like visually the film is stunning. Obviously the performances are amazing. I feel like Jacob Elordi is way better in Frankenstein, but he's still really good in this one. But Margot Robbie is the star in this film. Like she's incredible. And the music was amazing. It was the cherry on top. Like There are so many moments that are just heightened by the soundtrack. I loved the opening titles. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's my favorite song of Charlie XCX that she put out so far. Like, she has put out 3 songs ahead of the movie's release, and I would say it's my favorite so far, I guess. And that's the opening titles, and it's amazing. And yeah, on a technical level, I think the film is flawless. It's so amazing, so good. It's just the story I was indeed expecting a little bit more. The film is rated R because of like sexual content and violence, and there are a lot of like sexual moments, but I don't think they are as extravagant as Saltburn, and there's not a lot of violence, like at least in my opinion as a horror fan. This is pretty mild, but yeah, it's just a beautiful film, and I would actually compare this to Frankenstein. I feel like they both have a really similar vibe. It's like visually, performances, music, set designs, costumes, like those departments are amazing in both films. I would say Frankenstein has a better story, like a more touchy one. This one, maybe it's the characters that are like troubled. It's a bit difficult to like sometimes to sympathize with them. But from what I've heard about the book, people really don't like these characters in the book. And I kind of felt bad for them in this film. So the feedback I got so far is that this film really isn't similar to the book, like at all. It's mainly just inspired by, but it's not the same story. To me, like, it didn't really matter. I like to know if things are similar to the source material, but I went into it already kind of knowing that it wouldn't be. But yeah, what I've heard so far is that it really isn't. But I still liked it, and I really want to watch it again. I actually think I'm going to watch it again in a couple of days, and once it is like officially out. And yeah, I guess let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 4 out of 5. I guess you kind of predicted that. I feel like my bias towards all of these elements kind of played a role, because I just couldn't give it less than a 4 out of 5. Cinematography, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Like, it's gorgeous. And originality, I think I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I feel like the characters are kind of original, but they're based on a book, so not that original. But the story itself is kind of basic, like we have seen it before. And so, yeah guys, these are my thoughts on Wuthering Heights, my most anticipated film of the year. I would say it didn't disappoint. It met exactly my expectations. I wanted it to surpass them, but like meeting my expectations is already good. It's a good thing. Granted, I didn't read the book. I don't know the source material. I feel like that plays a huge part in it. But I think it's a film that at least people will appreciate it on a technical level, even if you are too attached to the story to like this version. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know if you've read the book. If you have read the book and seen the film, please tell me in the comments if it is similar or not at all. And if you have read the book and seen the film, tell me if you still like the film, even if it's not that similar to the book. If you haven't seen or read the book, tell me if you are planning on watching the film, if you want to read the book before watching the film. Like, tell me everything in the comments. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.